Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another round of Grand Arena Championships. We've still got 5v5 going on. This is round 2 of the final week of the season, and I haven't hit Kyber yet at this point, so I'm trying my best to just full clear these guys. I mentioned in my last video that I just had to full clear all my opponents. I don't need any wins this final week, but I sure would like to get some just to make sure I seal the deal and no one can do anything tricky. And of course, it's always fun to beat your opponent. So take a look at the board here. Up top, he's got Padme. He has a CLS team. He's got a Darth Revan team. So he's got some good banner stealing stuff up top. And with Padme up there, I can't use CLS on that if I'm going to mirror it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Down south, he's got a Mandalorian team, and then he's got Rey with Scoundrels. So we're going to go down south first, figure out what to do against these two teams, and then take it from there. So first, we're going to go against Rey. You guys should know by now, this is no surprise, but the easiest Rey counter, in my book anyway, is the C with Watt. All you do is throw the tank tech on C, and then you pretty much just let it do its thing. Try to link a couple of them, Rey +1, and if you're stuck behind a taunt, then you have to link the taunt. But other than that, Rey goes enough to where she'll charge up your ultimate, and once you get in your ultimate, you're good to go. So I'm just waiting for my ultimate to charge up, trying to keep my protection topped off. You do have to watch out when it's against the heavy offense Reys, because they can actually kill you if you're not careful. I mean, there's not a lot you can do. Either you're modded for it or you're not. So this one I don't have to worry about when it's Rey with the Scoundrels. I think it's a little bit easier. So you can see I'm knocking down the team. I sped it up so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. You just use his Sky Lightning to take out a couple of them every time you get the chance. And then I took out Rey there. Just chopper left. He's not going to do anything. And there we go. 60 banner win against Rey with just using C and Watt. Now we're going to take out his Mandalorian team. I didn't know what I wanted to use against this. And of course, your first thought when you see some other team would be like, oh, I'll use CLS. But I've got two teams up top that are going to, one of them's going to need CLS, I think, anyway. So I don't want to do that here. We'll go ahead and use Padme because she seems kind of like a leftover filler squad these days. You can just throw Padme in there, and most of the time she'll get the job done. They got the stacks of courage and plenty of healing and the protection up. So even though you can't end up getting your protection banners back, at least it's a pretty solid 55 banner win most of the time. And they can take out a lot of different squads. You can see here I've got 3 left to worry about. I've got my Barris in there for the extra healing, so I think that helps a bit. I don't have to worry about being one-shot by Django or anything. Canderous with his multi-tap attacks. Django does the same thing. So I'm just trying to work them down and keep everybody alive. I don't want anyone to die because then things can start going downhill. Django got countered to death, so he's got one more life left to deal with. I've got Padme up now, so I was like, do I heal or do I basic to get protection up? Want to keep that protection up going. So I did go ahead and use my heal, though, and now I just have it down to Canderous. He's gone. 55 banners, par for the course right there. Open up the back to see what he's got. And he's got a C team with just Triumvirate, and then he's got Mon Mothma. So that's not too bad. I think I should be able to take those out no problem. I already have an idea of what I want to use for the C team, of course. So let's go ahead and take that one out right now. And for that, I'm going to use my Imp Troopers. Got Dark Trooper in there. Been liking having him. I've got him at Relic 8, in case I didn't mention that before. But he's pretty solid. I mean, he can lay the smackdown on somebody, and you don't have to worry about him critting. His damage just comes naturally. So look at that. Going after Scion just erases the enemy. So Scion's gone. And I was like, do I go after C now, or should I just start taking out some of these side characters? So I'm going after Nihilus now. I don't want to do the AoE because they all have that retribution. So I don't want to get counterattacked to death and have things go wrong, but we'll try and clear that off with Death Trooper's grenade right there. Now I can go after whoever. We'll just stick with Nihilus and try to get him out of there. Basic, he's gone. Now I've got Death Trooper up, so I can throw Death Mark down. We'll go ahead and use that to take out Marauder. Get him out of the way. And now it's just C and Trey left. So now we can go all in on C. Start doing some big damage. Look at that Dark Trooper. Look at that. Just over and over. And C's gone. So now it's just Treya. She's no big thing. So there it is. Quick 60 banners taking out that C team. And now I'll use my own triumvirate on this Mon Mothma team. But you guys want to check this out? This fight went a little weird because I've got triumvirate, and I was like, well, I'll leave Thrawn on the bench because he usually dies anyway. They get to going, and they end up killing somebody, so they would kill him. Well, look at this. I brought Sith Empire Trooper. You know, he's lost his taunt, and I'm not even getting to go. My Treya is pretty tanky. She's even got a crit avoidance arrow, so you can see they're not critting her, but they sure are going after her. Look at that. They are just focusing her down like nothing, which is not what you want to ever happen. You want them to be going after Scion or something, and now they're going after him, but a lot of good that does with Treya gone. And you can just see their health is all red bar. They all got just a sliver of health. And that's it. It's like, man, if I can just go, one solid AoE will do it. So there's Nihilus with his drain. Kill off a couple. And thankfully one of those was Mon Mothma, so she ain't going to end up being able to heal anybody or bring anybody back. But I still need to go again because the other team just gets so much turn meter. They just keep going. There's nothing I can do. Look at that. I was like, man, am I going to end up timing out over this bullshit? Look at that. They keep going after Scion. Kara keeps going, pushing back turn meter. I think Nihilus has some mechanic where he'll gain turn meter. So he's the only one that stands a chance of getting a turn here. You can look at his turn meter bar slowly creeping up. But it seems like every time it does, Kara turns around, does her grenades, and reduces more turn meter. So just when I think he's going to get his turn, she takes some away. So I'm like, okay, let's keep going. Eventually, hopefully, he'll get a turn and then can do another drain or something. You know, do something. So that's what I'm hoping for. Just letting them do their thing. Thank goodness my guys are pretty tanky. Nihilus is, Scion's over there like a champ. Look at that. Just taking all these punches like nothing. So he's doing his thing, and I'm just waiting on Nihilus to hopefully eventually get a turn, and then we can put in some work. And the whole team is just sitting there in the red, and it's like, God, am I really going to drop a battle on this team? I've never had that happen. Finally, Nihilus goes. He can kill somebody, so I went ahead and did that. Killed off the rebel scout, so hopefully that'll be less turn meter going their way. And I'll get another turn here soon with others. You know, there's Nihilus again. Look, he's doing all the work. Nihilus single-handedly killed the whole team while Scion just tanked it out, I guess. So those are done. We can go up top, start taking out these teams. Padme, CLS, and the Darth Revan team. And I already got a pretty good idea what I'm going to do for these. So let's get to it. Alright, first up is the Bounty Hunters against his Darth Revan. I love these guys. And sometimes this counter works flawlessly, and other times it seems like, I don't know what happens. So, here we go. We'll give it a shot and see what happens. But so far it seems to be going well. Going after Darkside Basti, trying to get her out. And I was like, should I execute her or should I execute Darth Revan and get rid of his foresight? Let's go ahead and take out Basti just to be safe. Now I can go ahead and burn here and that's going to tap them all, and that should give me some decent progress on my contract. So there we go. I'm up to 95. Boss gets to go. As long as I crit here, I'll be good. And there it is. Now Boba gets a turn. Boom, Darth Revan gone. Once that happens, you're in good shape. Usually they don't end up killing anybody after this point. So just got to be careful. I don't want anything stupid to happen. But I should be coming up on Mando's Disintegrate here in another move. And there it is. So we can go ahead and disintegrate Malik there. Just had to survive a big shot from HK. But he's ability blocked now. And now we just finish him off and call it good. So there we go. 59 banners. Couldn't get that last protection banner. But I really love that counter. So I'm glad I got a chance to use it. Next up, we're going to take out his CLS team with a mirror, or at least try to. It can go horribly wrong. Let's see what happens. There's no telling. So I'm fast enough that I shoot first, going after his Chewie, do the change stance, and that gets enough collateral damage to be able to take him out. And now I can go after who I want. I'm just trying to decide who's the biggest threat. I think it's Chupio, so we're going to try and get him out just when we get a chance. Him and Han got to watch out. And I was able to take a quick shot at Han and just get him down, so I went for it. And now I've got Chupio in the red. So we'll do my AoE here, get rid of him. And now it's just CLS. So that's the times when it goes like it's supposed to, and it worked out well. 58 banners there, and done with that pesky mirror. This one will be super easy because half the time I forget that I have Kylo left. I saved him just to make sure I can get the full clear. I figure he should be able to take out something, usually solo, and that way I can make sure that I'm not going to get stuck, since all I need are full clears to hit Kyber. So I got solo Kylo here, and going against this Padme team, he should do fine. I've done it with C before, and C can get you a perfect 60 banners. So I don't know about Kylo, but he looks like he can do enough damage. Just doesn't get that protection back. Take out Anakin. Look at that. Yeah, it seems like it's working fine. Like I said, it's like, I think the first time I've tried it with a solo Kylo. Usually it's just C. But we use what we got. And right now, he seems to be getting the job done. I was like, do I try and drag this out? Is there any way I can get some banners back? I really don't think so. We'll go into Ultimate here. That way if she gets a hit in, she can't chip away at his health and cost me one banner. So maybe saved a banner there. Got 63. So that's good. Just banged out a solo real quick. That clears up the last of the ground squads. Now I can get him back and see what he's got for fleet. And it looks like Negotiator. Negotiator with Anakin, Ahsoka, Houndstooth starting, and then a Tarkin Empire fleet. So, okay, that's fine. I went through and checked, and I checked his Ahsoka, and dang if he doesn't have, stacked up pilots there. Like, everything was Relic 8. And so I thought, well, I can't use my rebels here. My rebels are going to end up dying. It seems like they're not fast enough when I go against Relic 8s. So I had to do something I really didn't want to do, because it can go horribly wrong. But I went ahead and did Negotiator mirror match. And it worked out, though. I ended up getting 64 banners on that against his Negotiator. So pretty happy with that. Things worked out. And then for the other one, I used my Malevolence against his Empire. Ended up with 65 banners there. So I actually did a lot better than I thought I would. And I was able to get him down, no problem. So that's done. And I ended up with 2125 to his 2103. So I got the win. And the win bonus will speed me along towards Kyber. So the last round will be no pressure at all. We'll catch you then. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.